So I get asked all the time, Jacob, is December a good month to sell my house? And you would think with the holidays going on and being smack in the middle of the winter and it's 10 degrees outside, you would think that it wouldn't be a good month to sell, but the truth is that there's still plenty of buyers that are out there shopping, and there's far, far less competition on the market in the month of December. So if you follow these few tips, it'll make sure that when the buyers finally do decide to pick a house, it ends up being yours. So tip number 1, like I said, we're smack in the middle of the holidays, and I'm all about decorating your house, unless it looks Clark Griswold style. But we want to make sure that when you're decorating your house, that the decorations don't take away from your house. So whatever you do to decorate your place, we want to make sure that the decorations enhance your house. We don't want people to pull up and say, oh my gosh, honey, is this the place? I can't tell, there's too much red and green. We want them to pull up and say, oh, this house looks gorgeous. And they've decorated for the holidays, almost as an afterthought. Tip number 2, we run into this all the time the first few months of winter and the first few months of spring and summer. You want to make sure that if you're selling your house, you have recent photos. Nothing screams, I couldn't sell my house more than having pictures of your grassy yard in December, or pictures of your snowy yard in May. So if you're gonna be selling your house in the month of December, we wanna make sure that all of our exterior photos are recent exterior photos. Okay, tip number 3. Make sure that your driveway and any sidewalks are clean. This is especially true for people that have driveways like this, because nothing showcases a driveway like that more than when it's super icy and slippery. Same thing with your sidewalks. When somebody pulls up, they have, again, I know it's cliche, but you never have a second chance to make a first impression. So when someone pulls up, you want to make sure that when they get out of their car, when they're walking to your front door, the very first moment of interaction that they have with your house isn't them going whoop. So whatever we can do to ice melt or sand, or at the very least, make sure that they're not pulling into a 6-inch snow pile, right? Whatever we can do to showcase your house in the best light when they first pull up. So tip number 4, especially during the holidays, you want to make sure that you're as flexible as possible with your showings, like with people being able to see your house. Out of all the possible months that your house can be for sale, December is easily the number 1 month when showings are denied, right? Like when a seller says, nope, sorry, we got family over, can't come see the house. Or nope, sorry, we got presents or toys everywhere. So like whatever the reason is, right? Showings are denied to buyers. And when there's fewer houses on the market and those fewer houses are allowed to have fewer showings, when you're flexible with whether or not people can see your house, a lot of times you end up being the only 1 or 2 that they can see. So sometimes winning by default is still winning. So try and be as flexible as you can with your available showings. So if you are gonna sell your house in the month of December, the very first step that you should take is to get an idea of what your home is worth. So if you click the link below, we'll get you a free home valuation so that you know what your house is worth and you can stop guessing. I took a spill 2 years ago, and good God, man, there was, like there was this valley where all the water drips, and it like dripped down right there, and it created this little, it was like an anthill, right? It was like that, but it was ice. And it was a day, like the day that we were showing homes was one of those days where it was like powdered sugar snow, where it was like that. So it was like powdered dusting over the top of this ant-hole shaped ice thing. And I was walking in front and I was like, hey guys, the front, and like No joke, feet came higher than my head. It was like, huh, and my side landed on this chunk of ice. Like, holy shit, it's one thing to fall on a flat surface, but when you fall on an ice jab to the kidneys, you got resentment for the house, right? And then you take it out on the seller, and you're like, I know it's worth $350, but I want it for $315 for pain and suffering, you know? And a $5 bag of ice melt could have fixed that. So, that's number 3.